beginning of our Dharma class, we must have a very pure and important motivation. Pure means we don't have any kinds of the worldly consent. I'm going to attend the class for long life, healthy life, financially be healthy. We should not have any kinds of the worldly consents. That means pure. Second, the great motivation means you should think, I'm going to study the Dharma, particularly engaging Bodhisattva way of the guide to Bodhisattva way of life, to achieve Buddhahood very quickly, very swiftly, to benefit all sentient beings. Check your motivation. Within the great motivation, we just chant the verses for taking refuge and generating bodhicitta. So we chant 3 times the first 2 lines, page number 4. I go for refuge and enlightenment to the Buddha, the Dharma and Sangha. I go for refuge and enlightenment to the Buddha, the Dharma and Sangha. I go for refuge and enlightenment to the Buddha, the Dharma and Sangha. Please take refuge to the Tibetan, include your gurus. So when we chant the first 2 lines, at the beginning you can say, I go for refuge, that's I, who I am. I mean, I, you just remember your name. I who are in suffering, who I am in samsara, having all kinds of problems and difficulties. Reflect on your own I. How I can be free from suffering, how I can achieve the ultimate everlasting happiness, how I can, as a question. The answer is, I can be free from suffering, I can achieve the ultimate happiness if I am become a Buddha. How I can be Buddha, how I can achieve the ultimate happiness. Yes, if I practice bodhicitta, I can be Buddha, I can achieve ultimate happiness, I can free all sentient beings from suffering. Therefore, here we need to see the importance of practicing and generating bodhicitta. Without bodhicitta, without practicing great compassion, so we or I cannot achieve Buddhahood. Therefore, this morning, as usual, I will generate bodhicitta. Next 2 lines we chant 3 times and generate bodhicitta. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Please generate bodhicitta. As I mentioned in the last Saturday, if we know how to practice Dharma, all our actions can be turned to cause to generate bodhicitta. If we know very simple way how to practice the Dharma, all our daily action in our daily life, we can transform to cause to achieve Buddhahood. Some of us, we believe, also we think practicing Dharma is very difficult, very complicated. Yes, in a way, I can say you are right. Practicing Dharma is in a way very difficult because we actually don't know how to practice Dharma, right? Dharma. Second, yes, also I can say practicing Dharma is actually difficult because we don't know how and we don't know the order of practicing Dharma. If we know these 2 things, how to practice the Dharma, the order or the steps of practicing Dharma, then the practice of Dharma is very simple. We always need to remember, for example, Milarepa, the most important and famous high practitioner Milarepa. First few years, he did have a very kind of negative motivation. Motivation was very negative. He wanted to kill all the family, all the uncles and auntie family. He really wanted to kill them. So we practice, he studied in all the magics for killing the people. At the end, yes, he killed uncle and auntie, more than I think 30 people he killed. Then how he really purified the negative karma. At the beginning, when he met his teacher, Lama Marpa never asked him to do prostration, mandal offering, chant 100-syllable mantra. No, simply Lama Marpa asked, if you want to learn Dharma from me, you need to choose one of them you have to choose one of them. Either you receive teaching from me, you need to prepare your own accommodation and food. You want to choose food from me, accommodation from me with me, so you have to choose receiving teaching Dharma from others. Right? Then what did he choose? He chose, I can manage to get food and shelter for me. I prefer to receive teaching from you. Right? Then Lama Marpa said, okay, you take your daily food and shelter. I will teach you Dharma. Then what he asked him to build big palace for Lama Marpa and his family. Because he was so eager to learn the Dharma, he said, yes, I will build like big palace for you and your family. Therefore, Lama Marpa brought him somewhere. He said, you build the house here. He established the foundation. He almost complete the palace, the resident. Lama Marpa, came to see the palace. He scolded him, who did you build like this way? You build the house in the wrong way. You must destroy all the stone where you collect, bring them back to the place. He did it. Second time he built and again asked destroy. Third time he asked build, he asked to destroy. So it's very simple practice. He have a very pure, strong, very stable devotion to the Lama Marpa. All the buildings, all the hard working is mainly for purifying negative karma. Then second, through a lot of difficulties, he received teaching from Lama Marpa. Also, he asked, you just stay in the cave. He totally, close the door, have a little food and drink. He asked you do the proper way meditation. He never asked, make suffering, this and that. He simply follow Lama Marpa's instruction for a few months. Then every day he can feel it. He can really realizing the emptiness. He can feel, the bodhicitta is actually growing with him. That's why he knows how to practice Dharma. Also, he knows the practice in Dharma is very simple. For us, I said, at the beginning, first we don't know how to practice Dharma. Second, we don't know the order, the step. So before we start the actual class, we will go through, the order of the chapter of the Guide to Bodhisattva Way of Life. How many chapters does it have? How many chapters? 10. So what is the first chapter? Chapter number 1. Don't look at your book. Beneficial of bodhicitta. So important. So how this when you go through this chapter, first chapter, beneficial. So before he practiced the Shantideva, he practice it. He think about the beneficial of bodhicitta. He read lot of sutra to know what are the benefit I can have through practice of bodhicitta. So first he realized there are so many benefits. Therefore, he explained the first chapter. So what is the second chapter? Oh, disclosure of wrongdoing. So this is a very important kind of advice for us. This means when he realized there can be so many benefits of practicing bodhicitta. So maybe at the beginning, I just guess, he was trying to practicing bodhicitta, stay alone in home, lay down on the bed. He really did try to practice bodhicitta. Then maybe he went through a lot of difficulties. He cannot focus on practicing bodhicitta. He could feel there's not much progress. Then I think second, through readings of lot of sutra or reflect on teaching from his guru, then he realized all these things happen in my life because of the negative karma. Negative karma. Likewise for us, some of you, I met 2013. Since you try to attend my class in TBC. Also, you have been attending many classes from other gurus and teachers at Rinpoche, Sibu, but I can see you don't have a much progress. Also, you can feel, you can fully understand, yes, I've been studying Dharma for many years. There are no much progress, I can see it, right? Because of we never try to purify the negative karma. Therefore, second chapter is disclosure of the wrongdoing. So wrongdoing can be three types. Physically, we did a lot of wrong things, mentally or verbally. Most of us quite easy to distinct, doing the physical wrong thing, physically doing wrong things, because people can see it. Right? So when you go around, you are not happy with someone. When you meet the person in front of you, you cannot really arguing with him or her. You don't want to physically fight with the person because you know many people watching you. Verbally also you cannot say you speak worry. Mentally, you have lots of negative thoughts to the person. That means almost in all time, we have a mentally kind of wrongdoing. We have a lot of mental negative actions. The second is the disclosure of wrongdoing. Then what is chapter 3? Acceptance of so this is my yeah. Yeah, accepting bodhicitta, right? So, what does mean accepting bodhicitta? Means he realize practicing bodhicitta is a very important. You can have lots of benefits. The most important benefit through practicing bodhicitta, I can be Buddha very quickly, very swiftly. In order to practice the bodhicitta, I need to, purify. I need to control my negative karma. Then I can practice bodhicitta. So in order to practice bodhicitta, you need to, accept it in your daily life. So in order to, let's say, accept the bodhicitta, practicing your daily life, then there's another importance cause factor. For example, when you invite, the most, renowned guru or king, very famous kind of, person in your house, surely first you have to clean your house, right? The kitchen, the dining. You really want to make it so tidy. You want to set up things very nicely. You need to clean the house. It is not just enough, uh, cleaning house is not enough. First, what you have to do, you have to do the decoration, like new cloth, tables, new spoon, new plate, clean the old plate, look so, tidy. Likewise, so before we accept the bodhicitta to practice our daily life, yes, purifying negative karma is look like clean the house. Then, decorate the house is like uh, making offerings, accumulating merit. So, before we say, I will practice bodhicitta, we have to focus on purifying negative karma, accumulating merit. Then again here, we should not think in order to purify negative karma, I must have a different practice instead of bodhicitta. We should not think in order to accumulate merit, I need different practice. No. Bodhicitta, through practicing bodhicitta, you can purify negative karma. All the negative karma you can purify through practice of bodhicitta. In order to accumulate a great amount of merit, yes, practice bodhicitta. Then, let's say, through your inspiration, you fully make a commitment to say, I will practice bodhicitta. Then what is the chapter number 4? Consciousness. Now again is another important, right? So that when you look at the chapter, it's also showing the step. It's a proper way, way of practicing dharma. Beneficials, then purifying negative karma, accumulating merit, accept bodhicitta. Since you really, make a commitment to say, I practice bodhicitta in the daily life, then every action, you have to be very careful, right? Most of us, we receive the Bodhisattva vows for many times. Morning, we receive Bodhisattva vows. Afternoon, we destroy the vows because we don't have the consciousness. We don't have the introspections. We never check our mind. What Shandideva says, you can see later. You can look down. You should not look down. You should not think the person is bad. Those people are bad. You must think their negative thoughts are bad. Right? We should not, separate any of the sentient being from your daily, practice of compassion. When you practice compassion, you must cover it to all sentient beings. So I tell you one, the truth story. When we were young in the Dibung monastery, we have in Dibung, whole monastery has only one big, water tank, huge water tank. Then morning the water released to the east, and afternoon maybe south, and evening. We we share the water according to the timing. So when we build, like big hostel, when we build, such a very big thing, we need more water, right? That time there was Western monk from Australia. He wanted to build, a hostel for the Western student. Yes, he started to build it. Then he always has a, problem, shortage the water. There's no enough water. Then he always go to see the monk who, release the water. He make a lot of complaint. He really fight with the monk. The monk said, I cannot give you more than this because there's no enough for others. Then it's a very common, we have a serious, the mosquito problems. Then one day he was attending a Lamrim teaching from his guru. He was very sincere. The guru asked, guru was teaching and practice compassion to all sentient beings. Then he said openly, I can practice to all sentient beings except the monk and the mosquito. He said, these two are not included in the sentient being. Are not included in sentient being. Therefore, in the Lamrim said, you should not neglect, even the one single sentient being. Consciousness means generally, without talking about Dharma, in our daily life, we really need the consciousness. We said so many bad things. We already, have an argument with someone. After 20 minutes, 1 hour, we have a regret. We didn't think before we say. We didn't think before we act. Therefore, always have to live with the consciousness, kind of awareness, aware what you are doing, what you are saying, right? Then what's the next chapter then? Then the alertness, right? Consciousness, alertness. Then sixth perfection. Within the six, the wisdom perfection is so important. So now it shows us, when you look at the chapter, it really shows us how we, practice Dharma in our daily life. Therefore, in the morning, when we wake up in the morning, first time, generally, yes, we have so many thoughts. I need to go there, I have to do this, I have to cook, I want to eat. So many thoughts come, first. So we have to change this kind of thoughts. When you open your eyes, before you really, come out of your bed, before you really, fully, stand up from your bed, you need to remember the beneficial of bodhicitta. Then, short time, the minimum, 5 minutes, you just generate bodhicitta. Not only generating bodhicitta, you must say, you must think. You should not, it's so difficult to say until I die. You must say, since this morning until my sleeping time, I'm not going to do any negative, kind of action. I try to act everything positively. Then these three, the bodhicitta, the commitments, you always need to remember for, until you sleep. Then, if you have these three thoughts, remember bodhicitta, remember you in the morning you have a commitment to say, I'm not going to do any negative things. I will do only the positive actions. Then, sometimes, yes, without we knowing, our mind is already engaged into negative action, mind. Physically, we are look okay. Verbally, we are look okay. But mentally, we already engaged into negative actions. Because sometimes the mind most times the mind acts so quickly, so fast. Usually we realize after maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. It's a bit late. So you always need to watch your mind while you are eating, while you are drinking, while you are talking, while you are staying, while in the office. watch your mind. Make sure the mind is not, quickly run with the negative actions. That's mean, how we need to practice the consciousness, awareness, and the six perfections. Okay, now we all chant together the first chapter until the stanza number, I think 8. So chant together and make sure you understand the meaning, okay? And you must know where you should pause. Okay, chapter number 1. Respectfully, I have prostrated myself to the Sugatas who are endowed with the Dharmakaya, as well as to the noble children, and to all who are worthy of veneration. Here I shall explain how to engage in the vows of the Buddhist children, the meaning of the which I have conduced in the condensed of the scripture. There is nothing here that has not been explained before, and I have to skill in the art of hatred. Therefore, lacking in intention to benefit others, I write this too in order to acquaint to my mind, or due to acquaintance with what will some. The force of my faith may for a short while increase because of these words. If, however, these words are seen by others, equal in fortune to myself, it may be meaningful for them. Leisure and agony very hard to find, and since they accomplish what is the meaning for humanity, we do not take advantage of them now, how will such a perfect opportunity come about again? Just as a flash of the lightning on the dark cloud night, or an instant brightly illuminates all. Likewise, in this world, through might of the Buddha, wholesome thoughts rarely and briefly appear. Hence, virtue is perpetually for people. The great strength of the immorality being extremely intense, and except the fully awakening mind, but what other virtue will be overcome? All Buddha who have contemplated for many eons have seen it to be beneficial, for by it limitlessness of the being will quickly attain the supreme state of bliss. Okay, so we can stop here. So I ask you to read the first chapter before you come to TBC. Sometimes, not in sometimes, always, it's a very different people has a different kind of experience when you go through the words. So after you read, complete the first chapter, and you read once more, then you need to select, of this paragraph. Oh, this paragraph is, it really, hits my mind. It really go in my heart. Then memorize these verses. After you memorize it, so when you have a problems or difficulties, little bit discouragement, you recite these verses. Means you always carry very important medicine. It can save your life. Right? That means we are sometimes is kind of very lazy. So we already have the knowledge how to control our anger, right? We already have the knowledge. We know how to practice compassion. We already know how to control our jealousy. But when the jealousy arises, we let it arise so strongly until you're fed up with the person. Yes, also we learn how to practice patience. But when the anger arises, we just ignore the Dharma, let it arise so strongly until you have a strong fight with whoever you get angry. But if you have the opportunity to fight with other, when you get angry with someone, you say you are so angry with Mr. A, yeah, then you got the opportunity to, punch him, bum, bum, bum. Then you feel relief, right? But most time, we don't have the kind of opportunity, time to fight. We don't have the time to release your anger out. Then what happened? You accumulate the anger, you just accumulate in your heart. Then what happened? While you are eating, still you are angry with the person. You don't feel the taste of the food. Then while you are sleeping, you try to have a good sleeping, right? But you cannot sleep. You wake up again, you drink water, you take up, sleeping pills. That means you can see before the anger really harm others, right? Harm others. First, they harm ourselves. It's not very simple harm. If you punch someone, the person get a pain maybe 10, 20 minutes, no more. The anger torture us for many hours, many days, many months, some days, whole life. Therefore, we have so many miseries. Now, therefore, you read these verses, then you think, wow, this, paragraph is so kind of nice. It really can be useful. You memorize, you keep in your heart. Whenever you need it, you must apply. Okay, next sentence. So, sentence number 8, we all chant together. Those who wish to destroy the many sorrow of their conditioned existence, those who wish all beings to experience multitude of joy, and those who wish to experience much happiness, should never forsake awakening mind. And now you look at this so simple words. Who wish to destroy the many sorrow of their conditioned existence, who sorrow in the samsara. As we, yes, we are. We wish to destroy the many sorrow in samsara. Yeah, right? We seriously want to destroy any kinds of sorrow. We don't want any kinds of sufferings. Then what we have to do? Should never forsake the awakening mind. Practice bodhicitta. Those who wish all beings to experience a multitude of joy, what you have to do? Practice bodhicitta. And those who wish to experience much happiness, what you have to do? We have to practice bodhicitta. So, simple what Isuna said, you don't want suffering, practice bodhicitta. You want happiness, practice bodhicitta. If you need more friends, practice bodhicitta. You don't want any enemy, practice bodhicitta. Right? Practice bodhicitta. Another important, the actual story. So, many of you went to Dharamsala. There's a TCV school in Lower Dharamsala. In Dharamsala, Merogan, there's a school. Tibetan children's school. The school is next to the cremation place. The Hindu do the cremation. Very close to the cremation place. Somehow many teachers and the students, they feel there's there are a lot of ghosts. Then they ask his students to visit the school, bless the school, chase the ghosts. His students said, yes, I will come. Then the teacher and, all the teachers, they really expect his students will perform big puja, fire puja, whatever puja. Plus he was went there, he had a very, very nice lunch. I think he stayed overnight there. He didn't perform any ritual, chanting, no prayer. He just practiced bodhicitta. Practice bodhicitta, practice giving and taking. giving and taking, just bodhicitta. Since maybe it's based on their faith, whatever, since the teacher, student, nobody could feel there was a ghost. Everything's become very calm. Right? So here what we do, when you go around holiday, when you stay in the hotel doesn't have a very bright light and bright in your room, you skip. That's what you do. You bring mala. This is the time. So you practice bodhicitta and practice giving and taking. Imagine, simple, you just imagine, we can think about. Let's say you really want to harm someone. You are searching the person. You met the person in the food court. Person, hello, good morning, please come for coffee. What do you feel? You want to harm, or you feel happy, or you feel upset? You want to harm, or you stop harming? What? Stop, right? The people really welcoming you for coffee. The person giving you very nice lunch. Surely the harm mind totally going to delete, no more there. Doesn't mean there's a ghost. Somehow I don't think the ghost has a kind of intention to harm other, but people scared. For his students visited there, he just practiced bodhicitta and practiced giving and taking. Giving his happiness to he said, if there's a ghost, I give my all happiness to you. I will take all your suffering on me. I will give all my happiness to you. All happiness, all good thing I will sharing with you. I will take all your sufferings. Right? Can you imagine you went to harm the person. The person said, please welcome, stay here. I give you whatever I have. I will take all your problems. What do you feel? What would you feel? Happy? Feel so happy. Since you say, if you are an honest person, you will say, actually I come to see you, to harm you. Since today, I want to be best friend with you. Surely we'll say, right? This is one story. Another story, so in his dream, he saw in the dream there was serious kind of, storm. Is coming from the Kangra Valley. Slowly is coming up, the Melod Ganj around his region. He saw this storm is coming. Immediately, he chanted a lot of mantra, Hayageva mantra, in dream, no use. Stress is coming. Immediately, he remembered, practice bodhicitta. All the storm is disappeared. Then here, we should not think, oh, he's a Dalai Lama, he's a monk. The benefit can be same for everybody. Whether you are a monk, you are a lay person, male and female, rich, poor, no matter high practitioner or not, everybody have a same benefit. Therefore, I am very much, urge all of you, urging you, practice bodhicitta. The next stanza, 9, we chant together. The moment awakening mind arises in those fated and the weak in the jail of sacred existence, they will be named the child of the Sugata and will be revered by both human and God of the worlds. And first, very easy to reduce sorrow, can have all kinds of happy experiences. Then the next one, number 9, the moment an awakening mind arises in those fated and weak in jail of sacred existence. Mean we are in the jail of sacred existence. They will be named a child of Sugatas and will be revived by the both human and God of the world. Now you can imagine again, someone in jail, right? Someone in jail for 10 years, there's a hope after 10 years, the person can be released. Let's say somebody in jail for the life sentence. Yes, the person have to stay their whole life. Next life he won't be in the jail. This jail is very simple jail. If you know someone in the jail, if you know, very powerful politician, you can be released from the jail within a few weeks, few months. It's not really jail, we cannot escape. The samsara, where we are, it doesn't mean samsara, not refer to the place, okay? We not say Singapore is a samsara, refer to these words. Thus this body, the contaminated body, this physical body is the samsara. Samsara. Most of the problem we have, except certain emotional problem, most of the problem we have because of this physical body. We need a house because this body needs shelter. We need all kinds of food. This body needs all kinds of food, all kinds of drink, all kinds of clothes. You just go around the chemistry shop, right? You should look at the medicine. Wow, it's a few hundreds different types of medicine. When you think about the medicine, you feel so scared about your body. All the medicine for what? This body, not for mind. Samsara is referred to this body, right? We possess this body. So no matter how much, we seriously take care of this body, we take care of it, how much? Someday you can say when somebody eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, they always have what you call, they have, someday they weigh, right? They check 10 gram, 20 gram, 15 gram, drink also this. Wow, so precise. But you can see the person has a serious sickness. Somebody eat always healthy food and drink healthy, take healthy drink, do all proper exercise. But you can see the person has a serious illness. That means show us, so far you have this physical body, the physical body never be healthy forever. So we are in the jail. The jail is not the simple jail, made of iron and brick. The jail is made of nets of ignorance, anger, attachment. So we are always in the jail. We are tied by, remember in the middle, we are tied by ignorance, attachment, anger. Right? So how the three-poison mind, they put us in jail. Through the three-poison mind, we engage into negative karma. The karma always produce this kind of body. Again, based on this body, we generate attachment, anger. Again, we accumulate merit, because karma. Then we again take this body. That means jail. The moment awakening mind arises, they will be named a child of the Sugatas and will be revered by the both human and gods of the world. Since you generate bodhicitta, we receive a name which is child of the Buddha. Child of the Buddha. So when you think this, these words, you are a very simple, ordinary person. You are not very famous. You are not very rich. You don't have a high position. You are a very simple, ordinary person. People believe you are useless. People say, oh, this person has nothing. Through your own effort, when you generate bodhicitta, you become what? Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva. When you become Bodhisattva, then the whole situation can be changed. Again, in the best example you can see, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. He was born in Tibet. He was born in a very simple farmer family. He didn't go to school, college, university, the modern college, university. He just studied Dharma. He studied 530s, Tantarayanas, like me. Like you can say, I'm making joke, okay, I'm not saying. We have an equal kind of degree. Geshe Larampa. Equal degree. How I'm very useless, how he's so famous. Why? Why? Think about. You should not say, oh, he's king of Tibet. These days, we have so many kings, Thai king, Malay king, Indonesian king, so many kings. They are not famous as Dalai Lama. They are not really respected as Dalai Lama. Why he becomes so special? Answer me. Bodhisattva. I'm here. He's there because of the Bodhisattva. If you want to be like a famous Dalai Lama, you practice Bodhisattva. You should not think I cannot be. Because the Bodhisattva can change your life really, really. And therefore, awakening man eras, you become a Bodhisattva, the child of Sugatas, and will be revered right, by the both humans and the gods of the world. So when you become Bodhisattva, of course, first, you no need to tell I'm Bodhisattva. You no need to act, I'm high practitioner. No need. You just remind, you must have a simple life. Simple life. Somehow it's going to be a kind of a miracle. When you have bodhicitta, the people who are around you, naturally they feel so happy stay with you. They feel so happy talking with you. Even though someone consider your enemy, when your enemy see you, meet you, they feel so happy. Therefore they respect you. Right? Particularly, the non-human being, the ghosts or hungry ghosts who are harming you, they also can feel it. Oh, this person is the so, nicer person on the planets. Instead of harming, we support him. Right? Therefore, this remember also, you want to be famous, practice bodhicitta. Next, we chant together. It is like the supreme goal making accelerate. For transform the unclean body we have taken into the pearly jewel of the Buddha's form. Therefore, firmly the awakening mind. Right? So after you practice, I'm not saying since you practice bodhicitta, you become bodhisattva. No. Like you want to be kind of, let's say, doctor. You want to be professor. Since you study, you never become professor. Since you become, you not immediately become professor. It takes time. You study continuously. When you receive the what you call certificate as a doctor, professor. So bodhicitta, the actual bodhicitta born in your mind is like a certificate. So before actual the bodhicitta born actually in your mind, so we have to practice. Right? We have to practice. So how many hours do we need to practice bodhicitta? How many days we have to practice bodhicitta? How many years do we have to practice bodhicitta? How many years? Please answer me. How many years? For you? For you? I think all life. Very lazy person. No, I'm joking, okay? How many years? There's no such an answer. Right? No such answer is, it depends on you. Depends on you. Remember here another, the actual story of Buddha Shakyamuni. Buddha Shakyamuni. When did he generate bodhicitta? When? when, how long it take him to generate bodhicitta. Remember the story? When he was in hell when he was in hell, right? He was in hell, so as I think like an animal, like cow, like animal beings, animal kind of form of heavy animal, like cow. So he was pulling the chariot, right? Chariot, the cow wheel. Indians say cow wheel. The English say chariot, I'm not sure. Cow wheel. The cow wheel, in the cow wheel, they put so many load, very heavy load. Then they were pulling the chariot. So his kind of other cow is very big. The other cow, fall down, right? Cannot pull. He feels so upset. Then the person who read the chariot, he really beat him seriously. He said, "Don't beat him. I will pull myself. I alone can pull it." He said, "I will pull it." Then the chariot person get angry. Also, he strongly hit him. Immediately he died. Next moment, he was born into heavenly beings. Within 1 minute, he generated bodhicitta. We call exchanging bodhicitta. Exchanging means, instead of, he took all his sufferings. He said, I put it, don't beat him. That means he generated bodhicitta in a short moment. Then why we cannot? Right? There's not such a time how long it will take to born bodhicitta. Right? Also, there cannot be an excuse. We can say, "Oh, I don't think I can really, generate bodhicitta because I'm a very busy person." You should not think I'm a lazy person. You should not think, "Oh, I need to take so many things." Always please remember, all your action, any kinds of action, cooking, cleaning, taking care of your parents and children, all your action, you can turn into cause to generate bodhicitta. There's no such as, it known a long time. Look, it is like the supreme goal making accelerator. For it transform the unclean body we have taken into what? Priceless jewel of the Buddha's form. Therefore, firmly seize the awakening mind. Right? So the gold making accelerator. I don't think this day do we have this one? This morning I was thinking, do we have still this technique, the gold making accelerator? Do we have? Everybody make a gold, right? You can have a big business. Yes, ancient time is a real story. Because Nagarjuna, Nagarjuna, he was the kind of head of the, taking care of the kind of, what do you call it in English, who taking care of the kitchen and food. Monastery, we have a kitchen, that someone have to, taking care of the kitchen and the food. There was a trend, so he became one of the, head of the kind of kitchen. There wasn't enough kind of food for the monks. So he learned this technique, gold making accelerator. He learned this technique. He transformed many iron as a gold. They make a lot of profit, have more than enough food for the monks. It's a real story. So everything's happened because of the power of bodhicitta. Then transform the unclean body we have taken into the peerless, priceless jewel of the Buddha's form. Normally, when we say, I wish to be Buddha, right? I wish to be Buddha. So how you can be Buddha, right? How? Yes, through practice of the bodhicitta, 6 perfections. Then when we become Buddha, this body cannot be transformed as a Buddha's body, right? So instead of having this kind of body, then we can achieve, kind of very priceless body. Transform doesn't mean this body, the ugly body, can transform into Buddha body, cannot. But due to power of bodhicitta, instead of having this kind of body, you can have, priceless of the Buddha's form. So asking again, therefore, firmly says awakening mind. So next we will chant together. Since the limitless mind of the soul, God of the world, has abound through the investigation, since its preciousness, all beings wish to be free from worldly abroad, should firmly take hold of the precious awakening mind. The first line you could say, since the limitless mind of the soul, guide of the world, has upon the thoughts through investigation, sin is preciousness. Now you can see how the bodhicitta is important. All the Buddhas, so many times, they really think, they really did a lot of investigation. Which practice, there are so many different kinds of practice, so which practice that can be most kind of precious, can be more benefit for all sentient beings. Therefore, through investigation, since its preciousness, all beings wish to be free from worldly abroad, should firmly take hold the precious awakening mind. Simply, this verse is saying, all the Buddha has seen through many years study, many years analysis. They seen the bodhicitta is the most preciousness, the most beneficial one. Therefore, Shantideva was saying, please, should firmly take hold of this precious awakening mind, firmly. So the words, the firmly is very important. For example, when we attend teaching from, when we attending our teachings, when the teacher say, okay, please, generate bodhicitta. So that moment, that time, we kind of generated bodhicitta, right? Because we are in front of the Guru, we visualize all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and we generated the bodhicitta, but it's not so stable, right? Stable. Remember, so you are attend the, like our crowded teachings. So after finish teaching, you need to have to go through very crowded, through lots of, difficulties. Then, no more bodhicitta, right? No more bodhicitta. You are, pushing here and pushing there. Also, you are criticizing. So, should firmly take hold of this precious awakening mind. Next, 12. All other virtues are like a plantain trees, for after bearing fruits, they simply perish. Yet the potential tree of the awakening mind unceasingly benefits, therefore flourish without end. Now this is kind of, comparing. All other virtues are like plantain trees. That means all virtues we have accumulated this lifetime or in the past, in the futures, without bodhicitta, no matter how many kind of years, how much virtues we accumulate, the result for after bearing fruits, they simply perish. Right? That means you have a $3, you give $1 buy one coffee, $1 finish. buy 3 cups of coffee, finish $3, right? $3. Then other one, yet the perennial tree of awakening mind unceasingly bear fruits, thereby flourishing without end. That means there's two types of virtues, right? Two types of kind of positive action, karma. The neither, which karma, no matter positive or negative karma, one time the result happened, that particular karma finish, no more. For example, before you come to TBC, you offer a light in front of the Buddha, so you pray in front of the Buddha, maybe you did the dedications, then we believe, oh, through this action, I accumulate merit. This merit can give you how many times result? Result how many times? Only one time. Finish. The second one, yet the perennial tree of awakening mind unceasingly bear fruits, thereby flourish without end. Through generating, accumulating merit through bodhicitta. Through bodhicitta, accumulating merit, or can give bear fruits, thereby flourish without end. So now, which one you prefer to accumulate? The one-time result merit or limitless result merit? Limitless, right? Limitless. So these are talking about how we can accumulate, merit based on bodhicitta. Stanza number 13. Like entrusting myself to brave man when greatly afraid, be entrusting myself to the awakening mind, I shall be swiftly liberated. Even I have committed extremely unbearable wrong. Why then do the conscious not devote themselves to this? Now there's an analogy, right? Like entrusting myself to be brave man when the greatly afraid by entrusting myself to the awakening mind. So let's say you are surrounded by, lots of kind of enemies. You are surrounded by enemies. If you are very strong and brave, then you can fight with all kinds of enemy because you are very brave and you are very strong. Likewise, if I have committed extremely unbearable wrongs, why then do this consciously not devote themselves to this? That means, yes, in this lifetime, in the past, we committed lots of, very strong, sincere, like a serious negative karmas. So, through practice of bodhicitta, all the negative karma we can purify. So, why then do the consciousness not devote themselves to this? If you are worried about your negative karmas, practice bodhicitta. Do not devote themselves to this. Stanza number 14. Just like the fire at the end of age, instantly consume all great wrongdoing. His unfathomable advantage were taught to the disciple by the wishing Lord Maitreya. Just like the fire at the end of an age, it is instantly consume all great wrongdoing. So according to Buddha teaching, this kind of eon going to consume or this destroyed by the fire. Okay. This means now you can see when we use some logic, it looks like this world going to destroyed by fire. Now you can see the global warming is increasing. Many of the glacier or river is dying. Many of forests also dying. Not only that, now this day we have a lot of powerful weapon like a atom bomb, nuclear energy. So in the future, someone use this kind of energy, almost the whole world going destroyed by fire. Still, you can see the destroyed world, the house and building. Because when I go around the evening or morning walking around the Marina Bay, I always looking all the buildings and thinking this building must look so kind of solid, right? Solid. No matter how they look like so stone, it can be last how many years? Most 100 years. 100 years, all the high building have to be rebuilt or going to collect. So when I'm going by MRT, when I'm looking from all the way up and down, I'm looking how many people on the train. Almost 100% all these people died within the 100 years. How many people we have this day? The number of human beings, 7 billion. 6 or 7 billion, right? 7 billion?
Now it's
8, let's say 8 billions. Huge number. Within the 100 years, all the 8 billions people no more. Right? Still, there will be another, human beings. But at end of this age, there will be very kind of high degree of fire, very high degree, maybe more than 100,000 degree fire can consume everything, even include rock. Everything going to melt, everything become like particles, finish. Likewise, the Bodhisattva is like the fire at the end of the edge is instantly consume all great wrongdoing. Is unfathomable advantage were taught to the disciple Subhana by the wise Lord Manjushri. Right? Manjushri. Lord Maitreya. So now I quoted from the sutra. Stanza number 14. So I will quote it from the sutra in Tibetan, so I will try to translate in English. Child of the lineage. Bodhicitta is the seeds of all the Buddha's Dharma. Bodhicitta is the seeds to increase the positive actions of all sentient beings, like a field. Bodhicitta is a fulfilled wish was to fulfill all the good wishes of all sentient beings. Bodhicitta is a very powerful weapon, can destroy all the enemy of negative thoughts. That means Bodhicitta is like a seeds of all the Buddha's Dharma, means all the Buddha's features. So we do prayers, right? I wish to be Buddha to benefit from sentient being. If you wish to be Buddha, if you wish to possess all the Buddha's quality, we need a bodhicitta like a seed, remember seeds. If you wish to, continuously multiply your positive actions, you act in your daily life, practice bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is like a field. If you wish to fulfill your wishing, practice bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is like a fulfilled wish, vast. If you want to destroy your, negative thoughts like an enemy, practice bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is like a weapon. So therefore, these are quoted from the sutra said here, Lord Maitreya. So until here is mainly explained the beneficial of bodhicitta, right? Benefit bodhicitta. So when we look at all the benefits, sometimes look like we unbelievable. We cannot believe we can have all this benefit through the practice of bodhicitta. Now, therefore, Shantideva, actually teaching us through the logics, through the sutra. It's not I'm saying, it says by Buddha and the sutra. Also, in the next, he will use some logics, can help all this benefit. Stanza number 15, please read together. In brief, awakening mind should understood to be two types. The mind that aspires to awaken, and the mind adventure to do so. Okay, now, so somehow, we understand the benefit of bodhicitta. Then, how we can really practice bodhicitta? Simply, he said, there are, two types of bodhicitta. Right? What are they? The mind that aspires to awaken, second one, and the mind that adventure to do so. So please remember these verses should be understood to be of two types. The mind that aspires to awaken and the mind that adventure to do so. So for us, always have the first type of bodhicitta, right? We always aspire. We always say, I wish to be Buddha. I wish to be Buddha. I want to go to Buddha land, right? I say in the past, I want to achieve Buddha. You always say, I want. But you never take really adventure, right? You always say, whole life, since you study Dharma, since you meet, gurus, you always talk bodhicitta. Do you remember the analogy used in the past? Every year you are saying, I want to go for holiday. You always say, I want to go holiday. You don't have a visa, you don't have a air ticket, you don't have a money. Now you can go for long holiday. Yes? Tomorrow also you say, I want to go good holiday. Do you have a ticket? No. Do you have a visa? Actually, Singaporeans are very lucky. You no need a lot of visa. we really need a visa for each of the countries except Malaysia, Indonesia, few. Not easy. Do you have a visa? And I say, no. Do you have a money? No. Do you have a time? No. Then I'm going to say, why you always say I want to go for holiday? You don't have neither money, no time, no passport, no visa, no time. Why? Then better to say I'm not going to go holiday, right? Therefore, instead of saying I wish to be Buddha, just say I wish to be liberate myself. More easy. You don't need all the serious kind of visa and passport money. You can have a kind of symbol kind of achievement. Okay, now let's say, do you have a kind of visa? Yes, you have visa to go to Buddhahood because you receive the proper instruction. Those are like a visa. Right? Second, do you have a money? No. Yes, you receive the teachings, but you haven't accumulated enough merit. No money. Third, yes, you have a visa, you have a money, do you have a time? You can say, yeah, I don't have a really time to practice Bodhicitta. I'm being so busy, right? So busy. So, in order to go for, like such a nice holiday, no problem anymore, no suffering anymore, no, kind of complaint anymore. You're going to go very, very nice place. There's no such a suffering. We need a lot of conditions, right? So you must think what condition we need to go for, such as nice holiday. Therefore, our mind, our bodhicitta just aspire to awakening. Not the mind that adventure to do so. So, how we can really have the second mind, the second bodhicitta, the mind adventure to do so. It's very simple. It's very simple. Okay, let's say before you offer a incense, just one simple incense, simple, like candlelight, simple recitation, simple prostration, simple practice. Before you, engage into simple practice, first you generate the aspire bodhicitta. That I wish to be Buddha. Sincerely you think I wish to be Buddha. Then second, I'm not just wishing to be Buddha. I really want to practice. Thus, in order to become Buddha, I will practice generosity, offer light, offer incense, give a food and clothes for the who need it. Then, in order to achieve Buddhahood, you practice your ethical discipline. In order to achieve Buddhahood, you are not just inspired be Buddha. You are really say, I will do this recitation, chanting. That means you can say all your action actually is taking adventure to become a Buddha. Right? What I'm saying here, you should not just simply wish to be Buddha. You'd have to take action. That action. I said, even though you have a visa, you have a ticket, you have a money, you have a time, but you just stay in your house. Say, I want to go holiday. Do you have a ticket? Yes, I have a visa, I have a ticket, I have time. But still you say, I want to go. You never get out from your house. Right? So here, remember these two. In brief, awakening mind should be understood to be two types. The mind that aspires to awaken and the mind that advances to do so. Should not just think, should not just say, take action. Okay, take action. Then again, you should not think, oh, I have to do very serious kind of practice, to visualize the idam, visualize all the guru, all the long sadhana, all the, kind of all long recitation. Those are good, but those are not that effective one. I give you simple example. Simple example. Let's say you are very angry, right? You are so angry with someone for a few months. Then you come to see me, then I say, oh, are you angry with the person? You say, yes, I'm seriously angry with, someone, right? Then I say, please recite Mani Padme, or 100 times, 1,000 times, do prostration, do mandal offering. Yes, then you seriously follow my advice. Then you chant 1,000 times Mani Padme, 1,000 times mandal offering, 1,000 times prostration. Then you come back again to see me. You say, Geshe, I did recitation, I did the mandal offering, I did the prostration. I'm still angry. So first one, in a way, not so effective. The second time you came back, I said, why you are angry with the person? I need to do some kind of, what you call consultation, not easy. You should not be a Geshe, live in TBC, do some work, meeting someone is not easy. Sometimes I feel so tiring. Because they repeat the problems again and again, same problem again. They never really apply my advice. Finally, I have to say, if you follow my advice, you come back again. If you don't take my advice as seriously, I said, please don't come back. You're wasting your time, wasting my time. So what I'm saying here, this kind of not easy to give a kind of. So second time the person come back. First I have to do some consultation. I have to ask some question. But another problem we have. They know there was the real problems, what's the real cause of the problem, but they don't want to share it because we have the concept, my personal thing, right? Oh, this is my personal thing. I should not share with anybody, right? Then how I can solve the problem? Because the person not ready to share the actual cause of the problem, the primary cause. Just showing the secondary, sharing the secondary problems, right? It's not easy. Then the person came back again, let's say, oh Geshe, I do all the practice, I did all the practice, I'm still angry. Then I teach, okay, since today, it's not easy. First, you remember the person is used to be kind of your best friend. Usually, when you are very angry, you always angry with your friends, neighbor who know well, right? Who you know well, you have angry. Before you have a fighting, before you have an argument, actually both of you are such a nice friends, support each other, sharing each other, eat together, go together, you are friend them. But with the little things, you get angry. Remember the good things, right? Give advice, practice compassion. Then the person, let's say return to home or, practice compassion towards the particular person for few hours. Then we can feel it, right? The anger is reduced. The anger is very, very different than the before one. Now you can see which is more effective. Actual practice and the prayers and chanting things. The actual practice is more effective. Effective, right? Therefore, in a way, we believe, accumulating merit is in a way true. Urgently, we need to do the actual practice instead of, spending a lot of time for recitation, chanting, prayer, mandala offering, to the practical, the actual practice. Okay, next one. 15, right? 16, okay. As understood by the distinction between aspiring to go and actual going. So the wise understand the term, the distinction between these two. Although great fruit occur self-existence from the mind that aspire to awakening, follow the merit, do not ensure as a do the adventure one. Okay, now first 15 is a distinction, teach us distinction between the two Bodhisattva. As understood by the distinction between aspiring to go and actual going. So we have to be like actual going person, okay? We should not be just aspiring person. So the wise understand and term the distinction between these two. Okay, I hope today you fully understood the differences between the two Bodhisattva. which is inspire and venture to do. The mind that aspire to awaken and the mind that venture to do. The example is inspiring to go and actual going. We have to be actual going person, right? We have to going person. So when you really, take action, not just as, inspired by yourself to be Buddha, when you take action, then you can see that there's big difference. Otherwise, you cannot see. Although great fruits occur as existent from the mind that aspire to awakening, the next one, an uninterrupted follow the merit does not ensure as does with the eventual mind. Now, also distinction the fruits in the result of the true bodhicitta. Great fruit occur in the existence from the mind that inspired to awakening. Yes, also have great fruits, but uninterrupted follow by merit does not ensure as does with the adventuring mind. Also, this true bodhicitta has a very big different kind of result, very big different kinds of fruits. 19, together? No, 18. And for those who have perfectly seized the mind with the through never to turn away, infinite form of life. Right, so now two types of bodhicitta. For those who have perfectly seized this mind is the adventuring mind with the thoughts never to turn away from totally liberating the infinite form of lives. Now, it's kind of logics that he's using certain logics. So when we say, let's say this morning, example, I offered incense to myself have a healthy life. I offer the life for my healthy life. These are kind of positive actions. The result, the fruits occur only one time, then finish. That time I was thinking only how many people, just one, only me. The result is the karma is so small. Second, I offer same size of incense to benefit those people, all people who live around Singapore. Then the karma is bigger, greater. Then next, same incense, the size, same quality incense I offer to benefit all human beings. Then the karma is much better. Last, same size, same quality incense I offer in front of Buddha, say benefit all sentient beings. The karma is much better. Now you can see the motivation change the result. Simple motivation, great motivation, greater motivation have a different types of result. So you practice bodhicitta, you always thinking to benefit all sentient beings. Mean the merit is so huge. That means the result must be very huge. So this is logic. From totally liberating the infinite forms of life. Now 19. From the time hence, even while sleeping, a constant force of merit equal to sky perpetually ensure. Not, after you generating the adventure bodhicitta, the engaging bodhicitta, not only accumulating merit, you can accumulate the merits from the time hence, even while sleeping, or unconcerned. Force of merit equal to the sky will perpetually ensures. Right? Now you can see here, since you have actually the bodhicitta, engaging bodhicitta you have, so you no need to worry. Every moment, every time, you're going to accumulate merits. Even though you are sleeping, you are eating, you are drinking, you are talking, whatever you do, your action, every moment you are accumulating merit. Because you already have the bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, right? The force of merit equal to the sky will perpetually ensures. Next one, please read. Those in cross the lesser vehicle. This was logically asserted Tathagata himself. The Sutara because by Shubhu. Right? All the benefit or actually Buddha taught to the disciple, particularly all the benefit Buddha taught to those inclined towards their lesser vehicle who always thinking myself, only achieving liberation. This was the logically asserted by Tathagata himself to the sutra requested by Shubhu, one of the disciples. So now I think I ask all of you to read, all the chapter. We can finish chapter 1, stanza number 21. If even those of relief, living creature from merely headache is a beneficial intention, with infinite goodness, then what need is the true mention, the wish to disable their inconceivable misery, wishing every single one of them to realize the boundless good qualities. Do even father and mothers have such a intention as this? Do the gods and the sage, thus even the Burma have it? If those beings have the never before even dream of such an attitude for their own sake, who could in the vessels for the sake of others? This intention to be benefit all beings, which does not assert to others even for the own sake. Extraordinary jewels of the mind. Birth is competitive wonder. How I can fathom the depth of the goodness of the jewel of the mind. The panic is the relief of the wall of the pain, and its cause of the source of joy. A merely beautiful intention excellency of the Buddha, and one need to mention striving to make all beings without exception happy, although wishing to be rid of misery. The ram toward the misery is set, although wishing to have happiness, like enemy they ignorantly destroy it. Okay, so this sentence, sentence number 28, also kind of has very powerful kind of teachings. It's a very particular teaching, can really hit your mind. So rest of the 17, 18, 19, they all is kind of using certain logics. Although wishing to be rid of misery, what we do? We run to the misery itself. Although wishing to have happiness, what we do? Like enemy ignorantly destroy it. Exactly we have been doing, we do this. This is not just, we can apply in our daily dharma practice. We can apply our daily life. Although wishing to be rid of misery, but we run towards the misery itself. Although wishing to have happiness, like an enemy, they ignorantly destroy it. Now you can see why we have so many problems. We wish to free from the problem, but we run after the problems. Right? We wish to be happy, but we destroy the cause of happiness. Exactly. Look at somebody has a diabetes problems. They wish to control the diabetes. What they do? They run after the sweet food and drink. Right? Like me, I try to reduce my weight. I run after the food, oily food, big food, how I can reduce my weight. Exactly in this life, we are doing the totally contradiction when we don't want. Right? Don't want. Let's say, everybody very worry, oh, I wish, everybody always kind of have a strong wishing and never ever going to have a kind of cancer problems. There's so many kinds of cancer, skin cancer, blood cancer, lung, all kinds of cancer we have this day. But we wish, we always wish I won't have any types of cancer. But we always eat all kinds of food and drink. We take all kinds of food and drink. Then surely we can have any types of cancer. But we wish to live very healthy life, healthy body. But again, we consume all kinds of food. This exactly is a contradictions, right? So this word is very kind of is really hitting in our mind. Although wishing to be rid of misery, we don't have the they. We say run towards misery is although wishing to have happiness, like enemy, they ignore and destroy. Now you change the word little bit, okay? I will say, okay, although wishing to be rid of misery, what we have to do? Stop. Stop, run after the misery. Is although let's say wishing to have happiness, then don't destroy the cause of happiness like an enemy. Right? If you wish to be rid of misery, don't run after the misery. Don't run after the cause of misery. If you wish to have a happiness, don't destroy the cause of happiness. So what are the cause of miseries? Miseries. There's a lot of secondary conditions, the food and weather and shelter and job, so many secondary conditions. The primary conditions are three: poison mind, ignorance, attachment, anger or hatred. These three are the primary cause to have a miseries. So our daily life, we're really kind of practicing attachment, practicing anger, enhancing ignorance, right? So what are the cause of happiness? Again, there are so many secondary causes. The primary causes are, what are they? Opposite of three poison mind, opposite of ignorance, wisdom. Opposite of attachment, non-attachment. Opposite of anger or hatred, compassion. Pure love, pure compassion. Now exactly, we want happiness. What? We destroyed compassion. We really destroy non-attachment. We don't really practice non-attachment. So since today we have to change, our attitudes, our habits. When you get, you feel you're going to get, anger is starting. Immediately remember, don't let you arise because I don't want suffering. When you feel attachment is, starting, arising or starting, say, I don't let you arising because I don't want suffering. Then compassion, right? You try to generate compassion, you can feel, I don't think I can practice this. You might think, I want you to arise. I want you to grow up because I want happiness. You try to practice non-attachment. You can feel not easy. Also, you need to kind of encourage yourself. I want it to arise. I let you grow up because I want happiness. Right? So you can see, this teaching is very practical, is very simple. So I ask you, do you go through the first chapter? Among the first chapter, which word is kind of really, hit your heart? Please remember, please memorize and chant. Next one, 29. For those who are derived from happiness and burdened with many sorrows, I satisfy them with all joy, dispel all suffering, and clear away confusion. Where there are compatible virtues, where there is even such as friend, wherever there is a marriage similar to this, if whoever repair our kind deeds is worthy to be some praise, then we need to mention the Bodhisattva who do good without being asked for them. The world honored those ritual, or who sometimes give little plain food, hospitable food to the few beings. We satisfy them for only half of a day. What need is sit there for one who entirely bestow the peerless bliss of the Sugata upon limitless number of the beings, thereby fulfill all their happy. The Buddha has said that whoever bear the harmful thoughts against the benefactors such as Bodhisattva will remain in hell for many aeons, and there were harmful thoughts. Whoever, if virtues substitute to the rest, if fruit will be multiplied for more than that, when Bodhisattva greatly suffer the general non-negativity, instant the virtues naturally increase. I burden to the body of those in whom the secret precious mind of the Buddha. I seek refuge in the source of joy, who bring the happiness even to those who bring harms. Now among this stanza, the stanza number 34 is another important to remember. The Buddha has said that whoever bear a harmful thoughts against the benefactor such as a Bodhisattva, right? The Buddha has said that whoever bears a harmful thoughts against the benefactor such as a Bodhisattva will remain in the hell for as many eons, and there were harmful thoughts. So, generally speaking, if I look at all of you, right, 100% sure I'm not going to understand, I'm not going to know who is Buddha, who is Bodhisattva, who is not Buddha, who is not Bodhisattva. I cannot tell anything about you. But maybe for me, all of you are Bodhisattvas. You come to TBC, look like attend my class. Maybe it's, giving me opportunity to, open this book, study this book. Maybe you are both Buddha, you are Bodhisattva, you are reincarnation. You come to me, myself to learn that book. We don't know. Therefore, what Buddha said, nobody can make a judgment for other except me. Buddha Shakyamuni said, nobody can make a judgment except me. We are look like, walking on the surface, and there's a kind of serious kind of fire. there's a big fire underground. Its cover is very surface looks very nice. When you walk on the surface, what happened? You're going to fall over in the fire. When I look at you, any person, it look like person is very angry, very ugly, very bad, very ordinary person. If I make a judgment, it is serious danger, I'm going to accumulate serious negative karma. Therefore, Buddha said here, right? Against a benefactor such as Bodhisattva, we remain in hell for as many years. 1 minute you have harmful thoughts to the Bodhisattva, 1 eon you will remain in some hell. 2 thoughts, or thoughts for 2 minutes, you're going to remain in hell for 2 eons. So this is a very important advice for us by Shantideva said. Don't make any judgment or good or bad. Just simply you just think all human beings, all sentient beings are just they are nice person. Should not have a harmful thoughts. When you have a harmful thoughts, remember this sentence. Immediately stop the harmful thoughts. Immediately you recite, few mantra, or immediately you generate bodhicitta, cultivate bodhicitta. Then the negative karma you can control. The more you practice bodhicitta, the particular negative karma going to purify. So we have to do everything instantly, right? Like so you are walking on the roadside. Suddenly, the cobra snake bite you. What happened? Then what you will do? The cobra bite you. What you will do? You will run to the hospital. You won't wait for even though a few minutes. You just run to the hospital. Say the cobra bite me. Because why? The poison going to spread body. You're going to die. So when the negative thoughts come in your mind, look like you will, or the cobra bite me. I should not wait for tomorrow to practice Dharma. Immediately, instantly apply Dharma, practice Dharma right there. Then within, let's say within few months, you can be really good practitioner. Good practitioner doesn't mean you have attachment for your name and fame. No, you can be the actual practitioner. You can be Bodhisattva, right? Okay, so it's almost 12. Okay, any question related to the class or general question? Please feel free. Yeah, look like no question. I think somebody quite hurry to attend the puja. I can see their face. 2 p.m. Yeah. Okay, so far I don't have a question. So I said just few words, okay. When you collect, so many kind of idea from your friends or your neighbors, collect some, information from the Dharma books, then certainly you have a little bit, contradiction thoughts. Or this guru said that, or that guru said that, or this book said this, this book said different one. Then you have a confusion, right? When you have confusion within the two, different thoughts, different idea, immediately you need to open, kind of authentic Dharma book. These days we have so many Dharma book, English written by a very simple person, written by who doesn't have any Dharma knowledge. You must open the authentic, the kind of the good books. When you open, you should not read from beginning to end. You open the particular chapter, then your doubt can be, clear. Still, you still have a doubt. Then you should not keep the doubt in your mind. You ask, any of your, any of the, better to say, any of, kind of Dharma teachers. If you ask your doubt to your Dharma friend, the Dharma friend also can try to clear your doubt. Someday the friend give you more confusion. That means what I'm saying, if you have a doubt, if you need to know, more precisely, so please you can raise, your doubt, your question in next Saturday class. We have class last Saturday, right? Yes. Yeah. Should not just keep in here. Okay? Okay, we do the dedication prayers. You can forward the stanza.
I have forwarded to some, and some I don't have their handphone number. So next lesson, we will download onto the QR code.
That's a very simple kind of recitation, okay? Okay, I chant in Tibetans. So if you already have received the copy, you can chant. There's only 2 stanza or dedication from the King of the Prayers. Or this morning, through our study, particularly at the beginning, we have a pure and a great motivation. Surely we, gather great amounts of merit. All merit together. First, we dedicate ourselves to able to practice the pure dharma, to be able to practice bodhicitta or becoming Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Second, we dedicate the merit to benefit all sentient beings, particularly your dear and near one. Third, we dedicate the merit to live long life all the lineage guru in different tradition, particularly the His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Last, we dedicate the merit for world peace. This day the world is, is really in the dangerous situations. Through our merit, we wish to reduce all the complex between different countries and different nations. Jamba Bave Chitara Kemba Dam Kundo Zambo Deyan Dejin Deda Gunye Jesu Da Lojin Gewa Deda Damje Rabdu Tusun Shibe Gewa Damje Gewa Kanla Chodo Ngaba Dage Gewe Zawan Digun Zambo Jeje Rabdu Ngwa Yi. Okay, thank you for attending the class. Have a happy weekend. Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna.